Fenway in light of those Boston bombings. So, Barry, as we look forward to this ceremony here, you can just kind of see it and you can feel it even here. And even last year when the Red Sox won the World Series behind us, they migrated to the finish line. They didn't stay around here to celebrate.
No, there's certainly an emotional attachment, as I said earlier, to what happened. And I think as baseball players, we all feel kind of a social responsibility to give the fans something special. Certainly is something special here in Boston.
And it doesn't always end in celebration like a World Series. Of course, the Yankees back in 2001 made it to the World Series and lost to Arizona. Time now for the ceremony. We send it inside to Henry Mahegan, the public address announcer.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Fenway Park. On this date, 1 year ago, we gathered together as one unified, resilient community. It was here that we heard a great philosopher say, "This is our city. No one's going to dictate our freedom." Well, at least that's part of what he said. In the year that has passed, our passion for our town and our compassion for our people have only made us stronger. We have been lifted by an outpouring of love from all over the world, including the 92 countries that were represented on the starting line. We are grateful. And here, in our own beloved country, we have received expressions and donations of support. We have been saturated with sentiment, and we have felt the spirit conveyed in the thoughts and prayers from each of our United States. We thank you, America. Tonight, those sentiments are on display literally, depicted on canvases from each of the 50 states lining our outfield wall. They come from children and families and athletes. They come from senators and representatives and pastors. They come from basketball and hockey and football. And they come from the baseball players on every major league team in our grand and beautiful game. With their words as our backdrop, we will now take a moment to remember those whom we have lost, to salute those who saved our lives, and to thank those who have helped us heal. We will embrace those who are walking again and those who are running again. Now, we ask the Baltimore Orioles and your Boston Red Sox to join us on the field. As together, we will rise as one, stand as one, and sing as one, as the University of Massachusetts Marching Band leads us in our tribute to the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, the morning after last year's marathon, our elected officials and business leaders sprung into action to help the hundreds of families and thousands of people who had been so impacted by the tragic events. Governor Patrick and Mayor Menino called John Hancock, who added the strength of Hill Holliday, and within 7 hours, they had established the One Fund Boston and infused it with $1 million. Today, the One Fund has raised nearly $80 million, and it continues its mission of supporting those most affected. To present our ceremonial first pitch, we will shine the spotlight on a John Hancock executive who worked rapidly and brilliantly behind the scenes to help create this powerhouse of goodwill. Flanked by Governor Deval Patrick, former Boston Mayor Thomas M. Menino, new Boston Mayor Martin J. Walsh, with Hill Holiday's Jack Connors, Mike Sheehan, and Karen Kaplan, we hand the ball with gratitude to a founding director and the president of the One Fund Boston, Jim Gallagher of John Hancock. Okay, Jim, let's have one strike. Ladies and gentlemen, during the past year, we have welcomed bereaved families, ordinary citizens turned extraordinary street heroes, doctors and nurses, EMTs and rehabilitation therapists, and law enforcement officers from all over New England, including across the Charles and Cambridge, up the road in Watertown, and right here in Boston. Today, at last, we get to express our compassion to one family whom we are meeting for the first time. They have come from across the world to be here, just as their radiant daughter did to attend graduate school at Boston University. Here for the first time at Fenway Park, from Shenyang, China, let us welcome, on behalf of everyone in the United States of America, the family of the beautiful Lingzi Liu. And now, the Liu family has graciously embraced the opportunity to encourage us to press on, to play our national game, and to run our Boston Marathon. They will conclude our tribute with these final 2 words.
A remarkable ceremony wrapping up on the field at Fenway Park. And to think that family, for the first time at Fenway Park, sends their daughter to graduate school, and she dies senselessly in a tragedy that has now become known as the Boston bombings, the marathon from last year. Strength and perseverance of that family and those that were injured, Barry. All the 260 plus that went to hospitals have all been released, and many are still in recovery, but they're all out of the hospital.
Man, what a tragedy, and an opportunity for sports to be in the middle of it and once again give the fans something positive to cheer about.
Well, for Barry Larkin and all those who helped make this Baseball Tonight possible, I'm Carl Ravitch. We'll send it inside now to Dan Shulman and John Kruk, who called the game. It's the Red Sox and the Orioles the night before the running of the Boston Marathon.